Welcome to Admissions with Aditi. After working in this industry for over half a decade and mentoring countless high school students like you gain admission to top universities, I'm here to guide you through these rugged terrains. As your coach, I won't sugarcoat this. Admissions is not a breezy process. It requires prolonged introspection, dedication, and commitment. Given the rising competition, we don't claim that it's easy. But I assure you that it's an inclusive process that anyone can master with the right perspective. This journey is not meant to just be a pathway to college, but also to truly build up the foundation of your personal and professional personality and outlook. So embrace the challenge, because believe it or not, it's good for you. So let's get started with a very pertinent topic. Whenever we think of applying abroad, the US colleges come to mind as the primary destination for being highly competitive and prestigious. But I'm here to tell you to look beyond, because there are far more options to choose from when looking to study abroad. Here are some amazing alternatives to consider. As you might have guessed, our first option is the United Kingdom. Universities here are the most historic and oldest, like Oxford and Cambridge, and for all intents and purposes, they're the OGs of the higher education ground. Because of their historic involvement, the rigor of the academics here has always been a step above the rest. That's why to this day, they value academic rigor and knowledge in the students they admit. If you're the kind of student who is an intellectual scholar through and through, the UK universities will be your sanctuary to really become an expert in whatever you want to study. Now, what's unique about the UK universities is that it provides academic rigor while still managing to do that within a time span of 3 years, which is shorter than the US duration. Not only does this ensure that you can start working sooner as a professional, it also ensures that the cost of the education is lower than in the US. And speaking of starting to work, the UK also offers the option of staying in the country to work up to 2 years after you graduate. This makes the whole process of gaining employment a lot less stressful. An extra pointer: if you're from India or any Asian country, basically, it's going to be closer to home, which means that you can actually stave off all the homesickness. You may be able to visit home more frequently because it's cheaper and faster. Next up is Europe. It has so many amazing countries with upcoming universities like Bocconi in Italy and Sciences Po in Paris that are rapidly gaining prestige in the international landscape. This can be especially relevant for you if you're bilingual or have an interest in learning unconventional foreign languages like German. Not only do these countries also have amazing advantages like free or lower tuition costs for international students, but they also lead to great professional opportunities with their degrees becoming increasingly valued in the global industry. Some colleges like Sciences Po even have a dual degree with Columbia University, which can make for a very rich and diverse experience. Australia is another prime destination for international students to apply for a wide range of majors. With a great quality of education and high global rankings, institutions like the University of Melbourne and Australian National University are renowned for academic excellence and good professional opportunities post-grad. A huge pro for the Australian system is that they highly value academic excellence, and hence some universities like the University of Melbourne actually guarantee admission to various courses beyond a certain grade point. For those concerned about financing, students on a student visa are also allowed to work up to 20 hours a week while still in college. During holidays, you're actually allowed to work unlimited hours, which can significantly help with budgeting. Another pro of the Australian visa system is that graduates are allowed to stay in the country and work for up to 4 years, depending on their qualifications. After the UK, Singapore is one of the countries to value academic rigor the highest. Naturally, universities like NUS and NTU are globally ranked for their rigorous programs and research output. With Singapore becoming an economic hub, international students here not only benefit from the tremendous sociocultural diversity and safety, but also from the brilliant professional opportunities available to them due to proximity to a thriving industry. Similar to the UK, Singapore also has the strategic advantage of being centrally located in Asia, making visiting home a lot easier if your family lives here. A very unique advantage to studying in Singapore is that if you commit to staying and contributing to the economy for 5 years post your degree, your college tuition becomes free. However, one pointer to keep in mind if you're gunning for a professional degree like medicine or law in Singapore is that you're mandated to serve in Singapore for 6 years after the degree. Situated right next to the US, Canada has almost all the advantages, while also having a safer, clean environment with a friendly, inclusive society. Universities like the University of Toronto and McGill University are top-ranked globally and provide an excellent academic foundation to your professional career. Speaking of which, the visa allows international students to work up to 20 hours per week during semesters and even full-time during breaks. Post-grad, this country allows graduates to work in Canada for up to 3 years with pathways to permanent residency. Canadian universities are also well known for their co-op programs that guarantee employment post-graduation. One rather unconventional option that is becoming increasingly popular for higher education is the Middle East. And for good reason. UAE and Qatar are investing heavily in their higher education infrastructure, which has attracted prestigious US universities like NYU, Cornell, and CMU to open their franchise campuses here with state-of-the-art resources. To top it off, they have generous scholarships, grants, and funding opportunities available for international students, while also being centrally located as a travel hub between Europe, Asia, and Africa. Lastly, while this might feel a little counterintuitive, India has really upped its game in holistic education, with colleges like Ashoka University, Plaksha, Flame University, and Symbiosis School offering a well-rounded education. Their small class sizes at these colleges offer more personalized attention and mentorship from the faculty, while active collaborations with international institutions offering exchange programs and global exposure ensure the development of a global perspective in you. Not to mention the lower tuition fees and living expenses make quality liberal arts education much more accessible. So the point I'm really trying to make here is that you're not limited to the US when you're trying to decide where to go to college. This is the place you're going to be in for the next 3 to 4 years of your life. You really might want to consider all the different options you have. And you really want to make sure that you know where you're going. It's not just a college, it's a whole new country with an academic, social, political, as well as an economic environment that you have to align with and even feel comfortable in for this entire duration. So do your research, really figure out where you want to go, and the world is your oyster. So thanks for watching the first episode of Admissions with Aditi. If this was helpful, like this video, subscribe, and share this with your friends. And stay tuned for next time.